Everything crashes and we don't get shit done. AKA WCW 2000. I had to review and understand the material to make it into something original. That was really helpful for me, especially since I don't want to confuse you or give you the wrong information. I was very thorough. Really must have taken you a long time. It was actually kind of fun. I even made some of the questions really specific to you about running and such. I think it's easier to learn if you can actually apply the concepts to your own life. Of course, some of the questions do get a little strange to fit in the formula, but I did my best. Ah, that's really neat. The running isn't so important to me that you had to use it as an example. And Selena just said, "Blasphemy!" What? Selena, what are you doing here? And why are you listening in on our conversation? I came to scout out the competition. Competition? Yeah, I second that. What competition? Oh, she just burned you, so you shouldn't just take that sitting down. I think you could be good competition. Why, that's not what I meant. Really, though. I thought you said you were going to eat outside. Is something going on? We're officially fighting for Sue's affections. No, you're not. Don't tell her that. What? Affections? I don't understand. It's nothing. Selena just really likes to be competitive. She asked me to eat lunch with her today, but I was going to eat with you, so obviously she and I are rivals. This isn't a soap opera, but technically it is. And why are you so cheery about it? Aren't you supposed to be jealous? Do you want me to be jealous? No, I don't want any of this. Jealousy, rivals? I think I see what's going on. Selena, do you like Soji? Of course I like Soji. Who wouldn't? Look how cute she is. And she's sweet and talented. Soji has a lot of great talents. Hey, you telling me you don't like? Because this... excuse me, this book kind of says otherwise. Like, how much work went into this thing? I'm a little jealous, to be honest. I shouldn't have buddied up. I should have buddied up with you, Hershey. I can make you a copy as well. Don't worry about it. I don't like mooching. Besides, it would hurt the romantic value of this one if you made a bunch of copies for others. Why does this have to be romantic? Friends can give each other gifts. Besides, Hershey probably doesn't even swing that way. I know Selena's stubborn and competitive and somehow manages to take things too seriously, and yet not seriously at all. But I don't think she'll give away that I'm actually a guy. She might be enjoying herself a little too much, but she won't go that far. I hope. Well, Hershey, do you swing that way? You're asking if I like girls. That's the idea. Well, look how pink she's turning. I bet that's a yes. No, I mean, I just never been sure. I've never really had a chance to figure it out. Oh, so you are hoping to find out with Soji? I bet she would help you figure it out really quick. Maybe in between a study session or something? Could be really cute and casual. Why are you describing this? And why do you sound so supportive of it? What? I'm not sure I understand. I thought you were supposed to be her rival. Rivals can give each other friendly advice. Besides, weren't you just complaining about us being rivals? That was before you started making things up about us. Okay, I'll let you two get back to your romantic little lunch. Just know that I got Soji in my sights. Work hard. So now half the cafeteria is looking this way, though I'm more concerned about what Hershey thinks than anyone else. She just got shoved into this all of a sudden. Then again, so did I. I didn't think Selena would do that. Whatever that was. Yeah, that was a little awkward. I'm sorry about her. She's a little strange. It's okay, I think. So Selena likes you? Yeah, she does. She's mad that... She made that pretty obvious. I see. But she thinks I like you romantically as well. I guess so, but I think it's more that she thinks that I like you. I mean, really, this is all over a simple half-hour lunch, so don't think it's anything serious. It's alright, but I think for Selena it might be serious. What about you? Do you like Selena back? Oh, I don't know. I haven't really made up my mind about that. I see. So this is a choice. A choice? Who you like? Does it just come naturally, or do you choose? I've always wondered about things like that. Is it the same for other people as it is for me? I never really thought about it like that before. I guess the interest develops naturally, and then I have to choose to act on it. Yes, that's how I feel too. I skipped too much. Though usually I'm not brave enough to act on it. Some girls can be so forward about it, but I just can't. So I guess Selena really isn't at fault for acting that way. Well, if you're looking at it like that, this is sort of silly, isn't it? Like one of those movie dramas. And it's about to be a comedy. Because wait until you see the big twist, and you're going to think M. Night Shyamalan made this fucking game. With the twist. Yes, and I ripped off M. Night Shyamalan. Yay, but more bad jokes. I should try really hard, too. I've never been someone's official rival before. I wouldn't want to disappoint her. Don't fall into her madness, too. Do not fall into that danger zone. Selena didn't talk to me much during practice today, and she ran like lightning. You never stood a chance. I didn't think she was mad at me, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe I should do something about it? We're gonna leave... We're gonna leave her alone. No, I think it's best to leave her be. But if she's actually is mad at me, come to think of it, I've never really seen her angry. I bet she's one of those angry types when she's... scary types when she's mad. It's not like I know what to say to her if she was. I'm sure she's used to joking around with her. I just make it worse by not being able to take it seriously. I'm sure Selena's not the type to take it too badly, and she acted okay at lunch. She's probably just being polite, and I should follow in her example. And hey, I might even get to shower alone today. Really, shouldn't that be a right rather than a privilege? It's the last day of the term already. I desperately need the break that's coming up. Even if I haven't made plans for it, I don't care. I could probably just sleep for weeks straight after that weeks of cram studying. I'm still seeing formulas when I close my eyes. What are you... Oh, I just... and... Ha ha ha. What is that? Is there someone outside the door? Uh-oh. I know those voices. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. So weird coincidence. Hershey and I showed up at your door at the exact time for the exact same reason. Which is probably going to make it extra awkward on you. That's always what I like waking up to. So what's the reason? Well, since you stayed with me over the break last time, I thought you may not have anywhere to go again. It seemed like your parents weren't going to be back in the arena area for a long time. If that was the case, I was going to invite you to my place again. But it looks like you might have somewhere to go after all. Yep, with me if you want. I got the same bright idea to invite you over for break. I'm also going to point out that I haven't gotten to spend any amount of out of school time with you. So in the interest of fairness, you should definitely choose me. Selena does have a point. You're not supposed to agree with me. What? I'm not? No, of course not. We need to be opposites. Pitted voluntarily against each other. We're rivals. Our sole objective in life is to fight over centuries of affection and time. Don't encourage this. And you're both a little more similar than you seem to think. In fact, we should hold a debate, presuming that all the points of our exchange should stay with us. Well, I haven't been given a chance to prepare. Neither have I. But I'm sure I have so many good reasons preparing would be completely pointless. I'm very good at debates. I should be able to hold my own. That's especially true where Soji is concerned. Ooh, is that a challenge? I like your confidence, Soji. I didn't expect that from you. But I think I can take you down. Ah, thank you. Really, all this isn't necessary. Did you already know who you're going to pick? You should tease this out until someone offers you a money grab. That's what I do. I didn't say that, and no one's going to pay me to hang out with them. You're making this ridiculous. I'm making this fun. Now fess up and tell us who it is. If I was holding my breath, I'd be turning blue. I didn't say I knew. Actually, I think you're right, Soji. This isn't a decision you should make right now. In the spur of the moment. We surprised you with this, and didn't give you the time to think about it. Maybe you could tell us at the end of the day? That's a little anticlimactic, but she would need time to warm up to the idea of spending break with me. I wouldn't be so sure that that's what you'll choose. There you go. That's the spirit. Self-confidence and a sense of superiority over your enemies is all it takes for to succeed. Did you hear that, Soji? I'm getting better at this. I don't think Hoshiri takes this seriously. Then again, I don't think Selena does either. Sort of. Alright, I'll let you know at the end of the day. But I really don't want either one of you to be offended. I promise I won't be upset. I'll be upset, but I'll turn it into a training energy so it's no big deal. Well, if it means so little to both of you, why did you make such a big fuss? Because they're thinking with their vagina. I really don't want Selena Hoshi to end up fighting over me. Hey, I wouldn't mind two women fighting over me. Granted, the chances of that happening are the same chances the Jacksonville Jaguars won a fucking Super Bowl, but I never even know something like that would be possible. Least of all while I was impersonating a girl. But it looks like that's what the situation's heading towards, even if I really don't want it to be. I should just be honest with them both, even if that means confessing. It's my last year of high school, after all. Who gets through high school without confessing a crush with at least one girl? I have to do this. It might change everything for the rest of the year, for better or for worse. But I have to act on it now. Who should I talk to after class? Honestly, she's been with me since the very beginning. She's been my best friend for longer than anyone else, even if I've only been here one term. I want to spend the break with her, and if I do, I'm going to tell her how I feel. And if I do that, I have to tell her the truth about my gender. I can't keep lying to her day in and day out, not when she trusts me so much. It isn't fair to her. I can only hope for the best. It's a lot to confess to her at once. She may not take it well, and if she doesn't, I don't think I can blame her. But that's no excuse for not trying. I'm not that cowardly. Just like always, she's the last one to leave because she has to clean up. Will she need a hand? Oh, no, that's alright. It's the last day of the term. You don't have to help me clean up. You should be celebrating with everyone else. No, really, I want to help. We always get done a lot faster when we work together anyway. Well, if you're sure you're acting you actually want to, I appreciate it. I think we're getting near the end of the game, thank God. After all the clusterfucks of WCW programming. Aka camera and internet problems. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something too. I thought that might be the case. Is this about break? Yeah, it is. That and some other things, actually. Is everything alright? You look a little nervous. It's just a lot to get off my chest, really, and I don't want you to upset you. No, it's okay. What? If you want to spend the break with Selena, that's fine. There's no need for you to be upset about it. I never meant to put you in that position. It wasn't fair in the first place, nor was it my intention. It was a complete accident. I didn't know she would invite you as well. No. Hoshi, no, that's not what I meant. It wasn't? No. The point isn't... I just don't want you to be upset, even if you probably should be. So you're not really giving me any context for what you're talking about. Here, let me put the chalk away for you. Your hands are shaking. I'm so sorry this is difficult. I have it all in my head, but actually saying it, just say it. Anticipation is the worst part, but if you get it over with, then it's done. My mother used to tell me that, tell me that about taking medicine, but I think it applies to a lot of things. Just say what you want to say as if you were talking to yourself. She's right. It's time to get it over with. What I need to tell you was that you're the one I want to spend my break with. You're more important to me than I realize, and I really do like spending time with you. But I can't do that again, not have you know the truth. Because the reason I want to spend time with you isn't just in the interest of friendship. I mean, it could be, if that's what you wanted, but... damn it. Have I ever been so scared of my whole life, or cared more about what one person thought about me? Who's she? Here it goes. I'm not actually a girl. I'm afraid to even look at her. What if she's horrified? She's laughing? Hershey, this isn't a joke, please. What? Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hershey, why? I decided not to bother with the situation too, just get it over with. But I knew. What? You too? I take you meant Selena. Yes, I knew, of course I knew. I'm not so easily fooled as you seem to think. But I can explain it later. If I'm right, then I can kiss you again. Yes, of course. That's a relief. I was worried you'd turn me down or be upset. No, shush, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Never thought it would go this well. That Hoshi now would end up kissing in the classroom. I was expecting a slap, but this is what I got instead. You really want this? You okay with it? I've been okay with it for a while. I just wish I could tell you that so we could do this. If you wanted to, I'm glad you do. Even if she made the first move, I can tell she's a little shy. So am I, to be honest. But she does go after what she wants, which is important to her. I should be grateful to her for that. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't want to lose the moment. It's okay, I definitely know what you mean. What was I going to tell you about? Oh, right. That I knew. The evidence was there, all it took was piecing it together. The week we stayed together helped me a lot. The hard part was figuring out what you felt about me. I wanted to believe it, but at the same time I worried. What if it was just a misunderstanding? But I thought, no, I hoped I was reading you right and you might actually be interested in me. So I knew you were a boy. All I had left was to decide what to do with that information. And this is what I choose to do. I see. I'm guessing it took both of us a lot of courage. More than you probably suspect. I'm probably not the typical girlfriend material. Hey, no. Don't say that. I don't like hearing you put yourself down, even when we were just friends. I wouldn't let anyone else talk to you that way, so I won't let you either. It's a little overwhelming thinking of you saying that as a boy. I'd say it regardless. Still, you're making me blush. I'm glad you're interested in me, and not anyone else. When Selena openly admitted to liking you, I got worried. I tried not to show it, but she is so forward, I thought you'd definitely be interested in her. I care more about you than you probably know. I don't know how I could be interested in anyone else. You're probably one of the kindest people I've ever met. I've never really naturally clicked with someone that way I did with you. Aw, I really didn't mean to fish for compliments. You did it? I just can't shut my mouth long enough to stop giving them. Besides, you put up with me and my secrets, so you kind of earned them. But weren't you weirded out once you realized? Not really. By the time I was certain, we were already very good friends. It didn't matter so much at that point. Maybe near the beginning of our friendship I would have minded more, but not so much now. I'm real curious about why you're here at this school, though. That was the part I didn't understand. Oh, of course. I should probably explain, but I'm warning you, it's really, really dumb. Hey, guess what? We got an ending, I think. Maybe. All this over a little area on your admission form? Pretty much. Well, I'm glad for it. If it hadn't happened, we might not have met. But will you still think of me the same even when I'm not like this? I will. Really don't need to worry so much about that. I can understand your concern. It would be bad if this came as a huge shock to me, but it doesn't. You and your secret are perfectly safe with me, I promise. Thank you. I just realized, this room is where we became friends. Did we become something more in here too? Something more than friends who occasionally kiss, I'm guessing. Yes, indeed. Is that your way of asking me out? I believe my way of asking you out should be a little bit more direct. Well, I want your way of asking me out. Haha, well, now that we built it up so much, it's a little embarrassing. But you already know the answer, so you have the upper hand. Oh, alright. So would you really like to go out with me? I'd love to. Oh, I'm glad. And just think, you can even wear trousers when we go out together. I might actually weep for joy. Haha, one of the things that made it hard to determine if it was right or not was how comfortable you look in girls' clothes. So I somewhat doubted it was difficult, as you say. I might be exaggerating a teeny bit. I thought so. Anyway, come on. Would you like to walk me back to our dorms together? I'll help you pack for the break. And I'm curious to see you in boys' clothes, if you don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Thank you. Epilogue 1. If anyone else found out what I was actually a boy, I never heard about it. It's hard to believe that my time at the school is already over. Hershey has been with me from that day we confessed to each other in the classroom. It's been the best year I've ever had at school, that's for certain. We were never really open about dating, though. It seemed too complicated considering, and Hershey's a little reserved by nature, so the secretary suited her just fine. I didn't care what people knew or didn't know, as long as I got to be with her. Selena even respected my choice and conceded defeat, in a manner of speaking. It was rather theatrical. It's nice to be able to walk around as myself with Hershey now. To do things couples are supposed to do out in the open, even if it's as simple as holding hands. We complement each other well. I don't know how I would have gone through the entrance exams without her. Not that I still needed her help studying, she had the same exam to worry about since we applied together. Going to the same university seemed like the best option for us, since I didn't think I could stand to be apart from her. She probably would have been a little bit more mature about it, but we both would have missed each other. According to our application letters, this isn't going to be an issue. We both made it. Each time I started a new chapter of my life, I had to face it alone. Now I get to have her by my side, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Wow, being back here brings back memories. I really only need a few things for college, so it shouldn't take long. I think most girls say that, but time only becomes some abstract concept in stores. You know I'm not usually bad about that. No, that's true. In fact, I was probably worse than you last time I was here, since I didn't know what the hell I was doing. At least I don't have to shop around in a skirt this time. I've gotten so used to seeing you like this, it's getting harder to remember when you wore a skirt. Since you agreed to come, you can help me pick out a new lingerie set. Oh, you need that for college? You know why I need that. Maybe you should buy one too, just for old time's sake. Yeah, right, I could wear it around the new campus with a skirt too. Haha, you could just construct a new identity everywhere you go. Just thinking about doing that gives me a headache. Besides, I like exactly who I am now. As long as I get to be out in the open with you. I like that too. Come on, let's get going. And no staring at the front of the lingerie store. I wasn't going to stare at anything. I wasn't. The end. Guess what? We completed it. It only took 4 parts because my internet's a piece of shit. So next time when we stream, we will be doing our picks. Hopefully, there won't be any issues. And then of course doing the game on Monday night, doing the game against the Eagles. Thursday night we'll probably get back to Ghost of Tsushima. Friday, as long as, and by the way, I should put these, as long as everything goes according to plan. Thursday will be Ghost of Tsushima. Friday will be Predator Hunting Grounds. Saturday will be Devil May Cry, because we got to get back to that a bit. And then, of course, as you guys know, Sundays and Mondays I take off to let stuff update and download. But until then, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for joining me through all this, if you did. Oh, there's actually a camera here. Okay. I didn't even realize that there was a camera thing here. That shows you how bad I am at life. But until then, have a good night, and see you all next time.